Gratitude Sunday for me. Day has not been a good day, but I said I was gonna enjoy the day. I didn't say I was gonna enjoy this good day. A lot of people know my favorite day is Sunday. A lot of people know your favorite day, right? Shout out to my one viewer. For some reason, if I don't have no viewers, I got that one person, right, that's gonna watch my live. That one person that's gonna watch it. But at least leave a like. You gonna come in and then sit in somebody's house and not even say nothing? So rude. I'm just messing with y'all. Gratitude, gratitude. In order to make your skin shine, in order to make everything glow, gratitude. Because you see, this ain't making your skin glow. This might be some creatine, but it ain't gonna leave your skin green. You gotta have that gratitude. That's the only attitude. But sometimes when I talk to my subscribers, they know I'm speaking in code. So they understand either you're gonna have to keep listening to if I say something, that's gonna break down what I just said, or if I just said something in code, clear as day. Let me make a example. I got a bunch of videos that I released that I could use as examples. Like the last video that I released, could use that as an example. The one that I said don't get played out of your position, could use that as an example, right? Because when you're when you're right there, right? You might not even think you're right there, right? But when you're right there at the finish line, like if you ever seen the turtle and the rabbit race, everybody on the outside of the race that's not even running, they're making so much noise. But the turtle, for some reason, the reason why the turtle always win is because the turtle is the oldest animal on planet Earth. The rabbit isn't. The rabbit is a mutated lab instrument. Lab project that was completed in college years before it came, an animal that was released into nature, right? Let's say the engineering project make the next water filter or water purifier, and then in the next 5 years, you're gonna see on TV Brita, zero, zero, whatever the hell the new water filter things are, right? And somebody took 5 years ago in school, in college, in IT or MIT class, developed that engineering tool that is now being used in the water system, right? So you have new filters because people went in the lab before, did a lab project, and now that lab project was funded by the federal government. Like, okay, the guy that made the water, the car that can be powered by water, they're using that same machine that guy built. We think that the guy was, taken out, but the guy was probably just bought out by the federal government, and then he was put non-disclosure agreement. You can't never speak about it, like with the Tupac case, right? The dude that made the deal that his words was never going to be used against him in a court of law. He decided that okay, now I'm gonna write a book. What's up, Leos? He's like, nah, I'm gonna write a book. And then they said, well, this motherfucker talking about it, so the deal's off. So now they arrested him for it, right? So when you're thinking about all this stuff, somebody was in a lab and created an animal, and it turned out to be the tortoise, turned out to be the rabbit. I mean, not the tortoise, my bad. It turned out to be the rabbit. It turned out to be the hare. But the tortoise, they wanted to make sure if they put the two together, which animal would prove to be the most intelligent? Which animal, which creature can prove to be the most focused, with the most noise, the most distractions, the most abrupt and the most annoying instances and scenarios that they could put in front of them and still come out on top. This one was made by one of our students. This one, when we arrived to Earth from Mars, we found this here. So the tortoise were here before they came from Mars. And the rabbit, we made that in the lab. So let's see which one wins. No matter where, what time, how you set the race up, the turtle always wins. Because something that's natural, something that's prime to the land that it's on, is always going to win compared to something that's not prime and something that did not come from the land that it's stepping on. It might be able to feed from the land that it's on, but it won't be able to it won't be able to blend and become one with the land. It can do everything that it wants to. It can steal pieces of the land. It can steal pieces of the generic, the organic code, and infuse it into its body and just mutate itself into something that's an abomination. It can be mutated into an abomination and be portrayed onto TV and make you believe that that's something that should be allowed. That's something that should be okay. That's something that we should normalize. Stay with me now. I'm still speaking in code, right? So when they pervert things and they mutate things from its natural form and they force you to make it normal because they play on your heart, right? They play on your heartstrings, right? Because they know that you have the capacity to feel when you have not performed an experiment as they have before they came to Earth. If you didn't perform that experiment that got Mars atmosphere blown out, you still have the capacity to love. So with that capacity to love and understand the feminine aspect and the feminine side, when you see the ducks that mother duck that has 5 ducks already, and then somebody that rescued some ducks that didn't have a mother, they put it in a pond next to the mother that had the 5 ducks, and she just swims over, and then now they're a part of the family as well because that duck is from the earth. That duck has that capacity to love. Now, if you did that with an alligator, now if you did that with a hyena, now if you did that with a snake, now if you did that with a lot of things that was created on top on in this world, but not originally from this planet, like as you can see in the tablets, they show all the things and the creatures that was recorded that was here, and then whatever it turned into after evolution happened, right? But the same time that evolution happened was the same time that humanity started to fall in consciousness. And I made a video talking about the hyphen evolution. And I said the evolution and de evolution. I said both of them at the same time, and you couldn't tell which one I was saying. So they can say certain words, and technology will allow you to think that tomato is tomato, right? So they can say one thing, mean another thing, and you can think that they meant whatever they playing on your heart for you to think that they mean. Whole time they're showing you the truth, and they're using jargon and technology to convince you to go along with some opposite, something that's opposite of nature. And then you're going to think that it's okay. And then when you get judged for it, they're going to say that, well, all the information and all the evidence and all the the science, is out there. So if you don't look for the answers, or if you don't look and read between the lines and read between whatever they're saying and read between whatever they're trying to play on you, you're not going to find those answers. You're going to just go for whatever they say, right? Instead of doing the research that's needed to find those actual answers. And until you find those answers, you're going to continue to fall for the technology. You're going to continue to fall for the jogging. That's why gratitude, that's why gratitude is the most important tool. And the most important attitude to have is gratitude. Because without gratitude, you won't be able to you won't be able to know what you have until it's gone. Without that gratitude, you won't be able to understand what you have, right? And that's why it's easy for me to be grateful, because I remember not having nothing, and now I have everything I need, and everything I want is what I have, and everything I need, I already have it. So I'm going to continue to be grateful for what I have, right? All the trials and tribulations, all the things that happen, the betrayal, the false love, the the gaslighting, right? People trying to play on your heartstring, they trying to play on your love. They try to play on all these things. They try to play on everything to make you not grateful. They try to play on all these things to make you blinded to what you have, right? They don't have gifts. So they want you to be confused. They want you to be unsure. They want you to be unsure of yourself, because they're sure that you know who you are. They're sure that you know what you're talking about. They're sure. They're 100% sure, actually. That's why they come nipping at your ankles. That's why they come biting at your feet. That's why they come playing on your heartstrings. That's why they come trying to make you. They try to make you feel like their life is so terrible to make you cry or feel inside. Let me say a prayer, or let me think about this person's situation. Let me think about what this person's got going on. Let me think about what they have, you know, let me think about what they have that I don't have, because they're constantly crying about something going wrong. They're constantly crying about what they don't have. They're constantly crying about everything that's in their life, instead of being grateful. So you think, let me go and think about what they have that I don't have, instead of just being grateful for what you have and telling them, yo, just be grateful for what you have, right? And in due time, you'll have more. Nope, they want what you have. And if you won't give them what you have, there'll be people in your comments like that. There'll be people in your comments like that. Leave a like if y'all grateful. I got 9 people watching, but leave a like if y'all grateful. Because God, the universe, Mother Earth, I tell y'all all the time, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And I'm saying that in a very clear, open code to my subscribers. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. You might be wishing death on somebody. You might be praying for somebody's downfall, but they aren't the person that's praying. You are. So be careful what you pray for. Be careful what you say and who you say it to. Those those wishes, those whatever words that evil or anybody that's coming against you have to say, it's their. You see what I'm saying? It's their words, not your shit. You don't have to worry about what they say about you. I see a lot of people in today's, in today's reality portraying themselves as a celebrity and portraying themselves as other people should worship them or see them as a celebrity, or however they're portraying their life. They want it to seem like everything is peaches and cream without the humility, without the humbleness. I'm completely opposite of that. I'm going to be humble first, and then I'm going to show, and then I'm going to shine, and then I'm going to stunt for the Most High. But first, I got to go through shit. First, I got to grow through shit. First, I got to learn some shit. And then I come on here and then I preach my shit. And my subscribers, they gravitate to it. A lot more right now. I got a little bit more haters than I do got subscribers that's gravitating towards my shit. But just like how they say, all publicity is good publicity. As long as they're talking about you, that's less time that they have to focus on themselves. And while they're talking about you, you're encouraging them to better themselves, because who else are they trying to be like outside of you? There's not many people online that speak in the way that I've been speaking since I was 2. There's not many people online that's been speaking the way that I've been speaking and moving since I was 9. There's not many people online that's been moving and speaking the way that I've been speaking since I was 11. And now I'm talking about 2027 heaven. And the music that I release, it's a message that was formed in my heart and free to the world that I'm giving. I've been poetic since the first words that was written. And since I began writing, I was able to go and decipher all the messages that was in my heaven. That's why I'm coming to you now as Lieutenant 7. It's my life path number. So if I haven't been going like this, sooner or later I would be going like this. If I haven't been speaking like this, sooner or later I would be speaking like this. And since I've been speaking like this, and you can't teach an old dog new tricks, well, I'm going to just keep on becoming the better version of the old me. And I'm going to let people that's on the internet in the comment section speaking negatively continue to speak and speak about me. Because my evening stars, we shine brighter than all the people that's crying and mourning in the comments. Because we know who we are. Selected few. We're not a part of the masses. And that's okay. Because we ain't kissing nobody's asses. And I tell you this, just like the people that come and go, they make you think that they're here to stay. They make you think that they got that God flow. But then the next day comes and there their God go. Because as soon as the money goes, I don't got nothing else to say about that. So they just worry about money. I worry about the genuine connections that I can make and the things that I can give. I expect what I could give to the world, but don't expect to get nothing from me if I'm not giving it for free, or you're not buying it from the places that I put it for you to be able to purchase a piece of me as I go down in history. I might have to change that to going up in history because they ain't going down nowhere. We all rising. And I ain't worrying about no hate. That's why I allow the hate comments, because that's just going to show YouTube this channel is both getting hate, getting love, and in between, either or, still gaining subscribers. And I'm grateful for the subscribers that I do have. I just checked yesterday, and I got more subscribers than I had last week. And I'm so grateful to all of my subscribers. My evening starts. It's okay that the hate is coming in. That just means that the message is getting out. It's okay for all that hate because the message is getting out. And the people that hate is just jealousy in a different way that they relate. And the people that love and subscribe, those are the ones that are ready for the evening to the new rise. And I'm going to leave that right there. I appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate everybody that's been streaming my music, new music, and the old album. Everybody that's been listening to the freestyles that I've been posting. Yeah. Because I know they see it. They want to stop it. They got notifications on when I post, just like how my subscribers got notifications on when I post. The haters got the same notifications on when I post. And it's like watching your favorite celebs get hated on by their haters. It helps you adjust to people hating you and also people loving you, because I talk a lot about the people that's kind and nice and the kind people that I've, been able to encounter. And those people know exactly who I'm talking to and who I'm talking about, because they don't have that ill will inside of their hearts. They don't have that dark intent. Their intentions ain't to be kind or be good for an ulterior motive. They're just good because that's the right thing to do. They're just kind because that's the right thing to do. Nobody is just kind and really kind and genuinely kind for any type of motive. That's why you see a lot of people that are kind, they tend to have a little bit less than people that aren't kind. But these are the times and these are those last days of those people. But this is the new earth where good things happen to good people. And you're going to continue to see bad things happen to bad people. I'm not saying that the good people aren't going to have any type of hiccups, right? Because just as the frequency is rising, the negative energy has to, they have no choice but to just scramble around like a chicken with their head cut off, because, the time is up for the old world. It's the new earth and the new renaissance, the new taking over. The incumbents, the inheritors of the earth, the meek are inheriting the earth. So the old, as they say, old habits die hard. They're not going to go without a fight. So they're going to continue their same insanity until it no longer is able to play out, until they, like the snake eating its tail. That's the only thing that's going to happen, especially once we continue to separate ourselves from the old world. Once we continue to separate ourselves from the old world and continue to merge with the earth and merge with the soul and everything that I've been saying, you're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel easier. You're going to feel calmer. Not calm as in waiting for something to go wrong. Not calm as in there's a storm that's about to come. If anything, the storm is you. If anything, the storm is you. And all that scrambling and rambling and shit talking and negativity, that's just people trying to get ready because the storm is coming. Winter is coming. The inheritors are coming. So they're trying to build their bunkers to weather out the storm that's inevitably going to remove them and replace them with something better, something more fulfilling, something more suitable for everyone, including the animals and nature, instead of just a few people gaining off of the lives and the backs of the mother and father of humanity and the animals of nature who's subjected to unspeakable crimes, unspeakable things by scientists portraying themselves to be doctors in their laboratories, portraying themselves to be hospitals. And everybody that goes into that building is signing papers inadvertently declaring themselves as lab rats. Regardless if you know it or not, the truth is the fucking truth. And I don't give a damn. I'm going to speak the truth until my last breath. The truth don't care how you feel about it. Just like how their lies don't care how it affects you or your children or your future. But the truth, let it hurt this once, but going forward, you're going to be free. It's like ripping the motherfucking band-aid off so you can actually do the stitches and get the motherfucking healed. You go in there, they give you a band-aid, but before they put the band-aid on, they put some shit on there so your cut can continue to bleed. So when they put the band-aid on, it's only a matter of time before the blood seeps through, and then you got to go back for another band-aid. They ain't stitching it up. They ain't curing you. They constantly revamp the saying, ain't no money in saving the world. So whenever they try to show you them needing your money to save the world, I mean, you obviously see they ain't saving the world. They just taking more money. They're just taking more control in the guise of taking money. In the guise of raising money, they're just taking more mental control. They took the mental control with the advertisement, and they're taking the control of your heart and soul with the green that you're paying them. Because that's entering an agreement. And if you don't do the research, if you don't have anybody that's telling you this is real or this is not real, you're entering agreements and you're selling your soul and you're making deals with the devil. You don't have to be making money or making anything to make deals with the devil. They told you you will have nothing and you will be happy. So the more of you that they take is the more of what they're telling you they were going to do. And they're doing exactly that, which they told you they were going to do. They were going to take everything from you, and you are going to be happy with it. So I'm going to whoop your ass, and I'm going to kick you in your face, and you're going to be happy about it. That's exactly what they're saying, and that's exactly what they're doing. Who is happy with the economy? Who is excited to go to the bank? But everybody's rich on the internet. Everybody is wealthy. Everybody is flashing money while inflation goes up. While gas prices just went up again or dropped again. Who the fuck knows? But it's wintertime coming, so they got to drop it back down, right? They raise it for summertime because everybody's going to be traveling. Find a reason to control their stupid ass minds because they're going to believe everything that we say. And then when the wintertime comes around, the prices start going back down. conveniently, because nobody's traveling, consumer sales going down, nobody's spending, so now the prices got to drop again, conveniently. And then people just continue going along with it, going along with it. And then people expect me to worry about somebody writing shit in my comments. You expect me to care about a mindless person that don't have no type of future, no type of dreams or aspirations, saying some shit in my comments? Somebody that can never be on my level, somebody that can never play me out my position, somebody that can never nip at my feet or bang at my door for me to say, okay, fuck that. God don't instill fear. So what makes you think anything that anybody that's hating is gonna say is gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing? I pay homage, I pay my dues, I pay respect, and I'm humble. But I will not turn myself down. I will not shine my light. I will not be confident in myself. I will not allow myself to be dimmed because the environment wants me to be afraid of me being myself, when myself isn't impeding on anybody's free will, isn't manipulating anybody's mental, isn't stealing anything from anybody, energetically or physically or psychologically. Get the fuck out of my face. Just like the thing that tried to start the issue the other day, the thing ain't even here no more. And the other thing that they were talking about, that thing left the same fucking evening. So it's like, y'all gotta just fucking do something with y'all own fucking lives. Because you will go to jail. And they're only amping up time. They're only making it they're only putting more time for petty shit. So if you keep doing petty shit and being petty, that shit's gonna just keep catching up to you. You're not gonna nibble at somebody's feet or bang on somebody's door when they don't even hear that shit or feel that shit. We're living in 2027. We're not existing on this physical plane anymore. It's just a matter of time before these bodies just disappear and y'all just see light. And we see each other and y'all can't fucking notice us. It's only a matter of time. I got 17%. I got 17%. My own my own cousin. You see? I got strangers showing me love and my own cousin showing me hate. But then inboxing me, asking me for money. Inboxing me, trying to tell me how terrible his life is. Inboxing me, trying to talk shit. Inboxing me every fucking day. But I got strangers showing me love. And I got my own cousin on my mother's side, by the way, showing me hate. But I ain't never not been accustomed to my mother's family showing me hate, because when my mother passed away, they didn't really want nothing to do with me and my sister. We were like distant. Not everybody, but we were very distant from my mother's side of the family. It was very seldom that we met and we had any type of, you know. But me, as the baby in the family, I want to love everybody. I want to be around and be with everybody. But that makes me an easy target. But just like you have that child, like Moana, when she was playing, when picking up them the um the conch shells and guiding that little turtle back to the water and fleeing off them birds, and the water was protecting her the whole time. That's how I see. That's how I see how my life has been. My mother never stopped protecting me because she knew exactly how her family is. My granny never stopped protecting me. She know how my family is. Nobody's perfect. I never claimed to be perfect, but the people that try to portray themselves perfect for reality, they're the ones that have so much to hide behind closed doors. People that don't like to talk to people that scared to talk to people, are people that have shit to hide. People that like to be hidden, people that like to hide in the motherfucking shadows and hide in the dark and hide behind other people and hide behind fake profiles and hide behind their fucking pussies. They have no honor. They have no loyalty. Those are the fearful people that will betray you in a second. People that are afraid will betray you in a second for anything. They'll betray you for a plate of food. They'll betray you for a bite of a fucking chocolate bar. They'll betray you for 30 shillings. That's why I talk about the 12 deceivers, and I don't call them disciples because all them motherfuckers was involved. They were all in on it. That's why the 13 families or the 12 families, they all control the world today. They still control the world today. And they hide behind shit because they're full of fear. That's why they betray they betray their own children. They betray their own children. What do you think they'll do to you? And you're showing them that you'll betray your own blood, the natural people of the planet. You'll betray your own planet for 30 shillings, a plate of food, a grain of rice. They said Christ feed the multitude with only one loaf of bread, and they'll sell you out for one loaf of fucking bread. When Jesus Christ fed everybody with that one loaf, they will sell you out and then eat that one loaf by themselves and then never have nothing else after that. And then after they finish, before they even done that loaf, they might even choke on the loaf on the first bite because they so hungry, they choke on the first bite and don't even get to finish the whole loaf. The rest of the bread spoiled, going to waste. The birds can't even eat it because it's still in the fucking plastic. So they sell you out for nothing. And they couldn't even get to fulfill whatever they want to fulfill. That's why I keep telling y'all, God don't put fear in your hearts. Fear will sell you out in a second. Unlike that fighter, that warrior that night, when Damon was on his dragon looking at him like, it's either you submit or you face dragon fire. The dude looked at him and said, we chose fire. And then he turned around on his horse and he walked off. He ain't even look behind. He ain't even watch his back. What honorable lion, what honorable warrior, what honorable man you know is going to turn his back and then watch over his fucking shoulder? What he watching over his shoulder for? He ain't betray nobody. He ain't stab nobody in the back, so he don't got to worry about his back being stabbed the fuck up. He ain't lying and deceiving nobody, so he don't got to worry about anybody on his left, anybody on his right doing that to him. And then Damon got off his fucking dragon and sat there and he was like, I can't believe they were ready to die. And then the dude was like, yeah, do it. He's like, nah, that's somebody that I need on my side. So he's trying to figure out a way, how can I convince him to be on my side? Because if I had somebody that's honorable like that, I never have to think about anybody betraying me because he's going to be right there. She's going to be right there watching everything that's going on while I'm watching as well. So we're all honorable. We're all loyal. We're all together as one and unified. But the minute you got fear in that group, you can kiss the whole group goodbye. That's why I don't like to be grouped up with nobody. Single me the fuck out and keep me single so I can be different from the fucking group. I can see where the fucking group is going and I'ma turn and go the other way. Even if the forest is thick as a motherfucker African fro. The forest could be thick as an African fro, and I'm still going through there, but besides going with the group that's going down that clear path, that wide ass open road. I don't like open roads. That shit boring as fuck. I hate open roads. I like to see trees on my left and my right. I like to see animals on my left and my right. Walk, rock, drive past a fucking ranch. You see some horses racing. You see some cows lazing in the fucking sun, and then some under the damn tree because it's so fucking hot. You see some fucking giraffes, some zebras, and whatever the hell it is, some elephants. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see no fucking open road. Fuck the open road. Take me in a fucking helicopter and fly past the damn volcano. Fuck an open road. I like the roads windy so I could drift on that motherfucker at least. We can go in that bitch sideways. Turn up the fucking music. Let's fucking party in this bitch. Fuck an open road. You fall asleep on that shit. It's the only road that leads to destruction. It's the open one. Then I said I was gonna get off there like 30 minutes ago. Anyway, my phone on 11%. So it's probably 7 minutes ago. Because it was on 17. I'm gonna continue to enjoy the rest of this day. Y'all better continue to enjoy this day too. Because regardless of how you feel, you might feel bad, you might feel good. Always be grateful. And always remember, ain't no fear. Just gratitude. That's your attitude.